Hi there, welcome back to Phalanx TCG, and in this video I'm bringing you my Melmetal V deck profile. This might not be viable for competitive play, but I'm not a competitive player, I am a casual player, and I might not be the best at deck building, but with time I can only improve. So in this deck we're playing one copy of Melmetal V, which is basically the boss of the deck, because it has the arm charge attack where you may attach a steal energy card from your hand to Melmetal. There we go. And that's at the cost of 2 steal energy, and it does 50 damage. And for 3 steal energy, you can have Mega Punch, which does 140 damage. And this is from the Pokemon Go expansion. As I said in my previous video when I unboxed the deck, I've sort of built my deck around this deck that I got from the box, but it's a different artwork to the one in the main set. So next up we're running 4 copies, or a playset, of Galarian Meowth, which isn't the best copy of it, but it's the most recent, so, you know. And that could mean that it's viable for competitive play, I don't know, as I said. But the reason we're playing it is so that we can play 4 copies of... 4 copies of Galarian Berserker, which basically has an amazing attack called Call to Muster, which you search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Which is why you run 4 of it, because you can get a lot of energy into circulation then, and you can pretty much easily just attach them to Melmetal V on the bench, and then you can use arm charge, sorry, not arm thrust, but yeah, you can use arm charge on Melmetal, or you can use some of the other cards I'm deciding to play, which is 3 copies of Meltan, which obviously I'm not playing it by itself. I'm also running 3 copies of Melmetal. Meltan sort of has Thunder Shock, which if you flip heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is paralysed. And I know this is a mismatched rarity, but I just thought I'd go on this, because you can get Headbutt for 60 damage for 2 colourless energy, for 2 of any energy you want, for Melmetal. Not Melmetal V, but Melmetal, just this one. Or you can use Swinging Smash for 1 steal energy and any 2 energies, which does 30, plus you have the opportunity to get 90 more for 2 heads. So if you flip 2 coins, this attack does 90 more damage for each heads. So it does 30 plus 90, which can be 120 if you flip heads. And if you flip heads again, it will be... Sorry, I can't do maths. I'll probably edit it in, but... Next we're running 2 copies of Pharisee, which is from Vivid Voltage, there we go. Which the reason we're running that is so that we can run 2 copies of Ferrothorn, which basically, if you use Galarian Berserker's Call to Muster attack, you can attach a large amount of energy to it each turn while it's on the bench. And obviously if you already have energy attached to Melmetal V, or anything really, you can use this attack called Swift Swing, and it does 30 damage for each steel type energy attached to this Pokemon. Switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So it basically, before they can lay a hand on Ferrothorn, it will just switch back to the bench, and then you can switch it out with Melmetal V or another strong Pokemon that has energy that you can just keep swinging in, and it's sort of like a brutal playstyle. So next up we're running 1 copy of Clink with Call for Backup, which searches your deck for a Steel-type Pokemon. Reveal it and put it into your hand. And then 1 copy of Clang with Call for Backup and Spinning Attack. Spinning Attack does 60, and Call for Backup I've already explained. This is our last Pokemon in the deck, which is Klinklang. With the ability Gear Wall, your basic Pokemon take 20 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon after applying weakness and resistance. And it's also got the attack for 3 Steel Energy, Tumbling Attack, which does 90 damage, plus if you flip a coin and it's heads, the attack does 90 more damage, so that's 180 damage, which is kind of insane if you think about it. But that was the last Pokemon, and now we're moving in to the trainer cards. So we're running 4 copies of Barry. Barry just draws 3 cards, which you need draw power in this to draw into the evolution stuff like Berserker and just anything really. Next up, we're running 2 copies of Shauna, for if we get a bad hand, we can shuffle our hand into the deck and draw 5 cards, which is great. And those are the supporters that I'm running in the deck. Next up, I am running, for the item cards, 4 copies of Great Ball. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal a Pokemon you find there and put it into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck, which is amazing. So you can basically get any Pokemon you want, because it doesn't specify basic, it just says reveal a Pokemon. Which Great Ball is great for beginners, which I suppose I am. Next up, we're running 3 Metal Sorcer. Metal Sorcer is pretty much a guaranteed for any metal deck, because it attaches a Steel type energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched. So you can even get that off with the combo I was talking about earlier with Melmetal and Ferrothorn. Yeah. And then you've got something great to switch into. Next up, we're running 2 copies of Egg Incubator. This is from the Pokemon Go expansion. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench and shuffle your deck. If tails, put this Egg Incubator on the bottom of your deck instead of in the discard pile. So basically, you can put it on the bottom of your deck even if you don't get to search for a basic, so that means it doesn't go to the discard. Next up, we're running 2 copies of Evolution Incense. Evolution Incense just searches your deck for an evolution Pokemon, reveal it and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck, which is really, really fun, because you can search for Berserker, you can search for Ferrothorn, you can search for Melmetal, you can search for pretty much anything that's an evolution, as the name implies. For the last item cards, we're running 1 copy of Switch. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched. That's pretty much a necessary card in every deck. And 1 copy of Ordinary Rod, where you choose one or both and shuffle up to 2 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck, or shuffle up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. So you can do both at the same time or just one, which makes it really great. Technically I'm running 19 energy, including the 1 coating Steel Energy, sorry about that, which is a special energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides Steel Energy, and the Steel type Pokemon this card is attached to has no weakness, which is great, because that means that then when you come up against a Fire type deck, for example, Melmetal won't take double the damage, it will just take normal damage. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 energy. And that wraps up the deck. As I said, I'm not a competitive deck builder and I just like to play casually. But tell me your thoughts down in the comments. If you think that there's anything in the deck that I might be able to add. Obviously, I'm on a budget, but I can't go adding like stupidly expensive cards, but you know, I can try and add some moderately cheap ones. But this wraps up Melmetal V deck. If you like the video, feel free to drop a like and leave a comment down in the comment section below. And if you like this type of content and would like to see more, feel free to subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you do subscribe, feel free to turn on the notification bell so that then you won't miss an upload. Thank you very much for watching. This was Phalanx TCG. Goodbye.